iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio. Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here. It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Amanda. The first day of spring. A young man's thoughts turn to fancy and all that sort of stuff.
Turn to fancy.
The 1st of September, 28 years ago today. Not Sergeant Pepper told his band to play. Princess Diana passed away.
That's, 28 years. Very sobering, isn't it? And you know what's unfortunate? Look at the pants I've chosen to wear.
Well, I thought you wore them as homage.
No, I didn't. These are pants that I have on slow
Stand up,
rotation.
do a bit of a twirl because Brian hasn't seen
Brian,
you yet.
here they are.
Brian's back from illness.
Hi, Brian. Hello. Look what I'm going to. I've had a hip replacement. I can get my leg up
Be
there.
careful. Don't break yourself.
It's Princess Diana's face on denim. And I've had these pants I bought these pants before she died.
Yeah.
And so it's like, a flamboyant boast that I still fit into them. But
Right, like your wedding dress.
I try it on every year. But I don't wear them very often. And I put them on today, and I had no idea today was the anniversary of her passing. I don't want people to think I'm being insensitive. Well, I'm just looking at my diary. What have I got on today? Well, I have to go home and change my DAX. Well, I look insensitive.
Remember that other time you had to go and change your DAX, but we've got your spare pants because in case something happens like last
But I'm
time.
pretty much, her face is on my bottom.
Yeah, well, I think Princess Diana would appreciate that.
She's
quite probably looking down right now saying, well, isn't that nice?
And she's still fitting into them. She's still got it.
I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
All right. Well, she actually died on the 31st of August. So it's today Europe time.
This is when we found out. I remember at the time I was living in Brisbane and I was drilling a drainage hole in my driveway with a core drill. It was a big diamond tipped drill bit, which cost a lot of money. So I was focusing on that. And my wife kept coming out saying, it's not going well for Princess Diana. I said, I'm sure she's okay. Remember there was a thing, she'd been in the accident, but then she was okay. She'd broken a couple of ribs. She's going to be okay. And then Helen came out ashen-faced. I said, what's happened? She goes, she's dead. And I was genuinely upset.
Well, everyone was.
But back in those days, people would say, oh, you didn't know her. It wasn't like you knew her.
No, they didn't. This is the first unifying grief.
Do you know what I mean? These days now we feel more rawly.
I don't know. No, I think then the whole world went in collective grief.
Yeah, of course.
Hearing people say what they were doing on that day is like listening to someone recount a dream. You go, yep, okay, great.
There's dudes out there going, yeah, Dom, well, tell me, what sort of diamond?
What sort of drill were you using?
What sort of drill? Action-packed show today. Em Gillespie's going to be joining us, and today she's talking about the Matt Wright case. This is the Outback Wrangler story. I've been following it. It's quite a story.
There's a lot of threads to that story. She's going to talk us through that. Can I also just mention in passing the weekend footy tipping? Smart, the experts picked, they got 5 out of 8 for their tips. I, throwing a random dart with the universe speaking through me, got 6 out of 8.
All our sides did well on the weekend.
Roosters had
Brian's
a great
Manly supporter.
There's a chance.
There's a chance if the Roosters lose by 4 million points.
Against South, but we've got South next weekend. That's if we're going to lose, we're going to lose to South. They're our Achilles heel, as is every other team, let's face it.
Well, when the Sharks were playing Newcastle yesterday, I turned the telly on and it was 10-0 Newcastle's way. And I went, oh, come on, boys, this should be a doddle. But then they came back and did very, very well.
Well, all of our teams are out of the top 4. We're all in the bottom 4 of the top 8.
We're the top 5. Sharkies are 5.
Okay, well.
You losers. We're there.
Doesn't matter whether you're 5. If you're not in the top 4, you only get one crack.
It's when you get to the end. When you're number 1, when you win that grand final and you're hoisting the trophy above your head, that's
You
when you
felt
win.
that once.
We can't do anything until we do the Magnificent
Here's question number 1. Pharaoh was a title of the monarch of which ancient civilization?
Jam Nation. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I think after all the rain we've had, Sydney's having a collective hurrah, spring. I know it's only technically spring. Mm-hmm. You know, it depends what spring has in store for us, but after all that rain, we're emerging again.
The birds are singing.
The
People
lambs are
happy.
frolicking.
Everyone's happy. Ben's in Elwood.
Ben's happy, aren't you, Ben?
I am.
Great. Question number 1 for you. Pharaoh was the title of the monarch of which ancient civilization?
Egypt.
Yep. How many wings does a honeybee have, Ben?
4.
Yeah, you know this, Ben. Are you sort of some sort of apiarist?
I gotta love the bees.
Some sort of apiarist. What an accusation. You an apiarist, Ben. Question 3, let's play the not-so-secret sound. Duh. Okay, Ben, what's this sound?
Ben.
Sounds like some sort of breathing apparatus.
Who's breathing?
So
Who
who
is
would it
it?
be?
It's meant to be Darth.
It's
Yes,
Darth
Darth.
Vader.
Okay.
It's got a bit of sleep apnea
There's
going
some
on.
bombshell news for you this morning, Ben. Darth Vader is your father.
Make it cheaper for you on Father's Day.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa currently leans at an angle of what? Do you want the multiple choice on this, Ben, or do you want to have a crack?
I'll take the multiple choice.
Good. A, 4 degrees, B, 8 degrees, or 12 degrees. So,
In characters are 4, 8, or 12. 8 degrees?
No, it's not. It's not 8 degrees. And there's question number 4. The Leaning Tower of Pisa currently leans at an angle of what? Is it 4 degrees or 12 degrees?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast.
we celebrate spring with the Magnificent 7, and we find ourselves at question number 4.
It's going to Tony in Penshurst. Hello, Tony.
That would be Penshurst.
Oh, good morning.
Hello. Is it Penshurst?
Yes, there's
Sorry
no
about that.
Penshurst.
Well, maybe there could be. I'm going to start a new suburb and Tony and I are going to
Well,
live
there's a
there
lot of
together very
suburbs
happily.
springing up, but I would say it's either Kenthurst or Penshurst. Which one is it, Tony? It's Penshurst.
It's Penshurst.
There you go.
Question number 4 for you. The Leaning Tower of Pisa currently leans at an angle of what? Is it 4 degrees or 12 degrees?
It's 4 degrees.
4 degrees? I thought it was more than that.
Can you go up to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa now?
I don't think that you climb it, do they?
Yeah, they used to be able to climb it, and they stopped you climbing it, but I think now
Look what
you
you've
can climb
done.
it. That was you. You've had too much pasta.
Lean the other way.
The song Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys is a tribute to which city, Tony?
New York.
Yes. I love that song. Where dreams are made of. The grammar in it upsets me, but I do like the song. Question number 6. Which 4 colours are worn by the Wiggles, Tony?
They would be red, yellow, blue, and purple.
Yes.
Good. You know your Wiggles.
Oh, no, my 2 kids who loved Wiggles.
Yeah. Are the OG Wiggles or the new Wiggles?
No, OG Wiggles.
Yeah, we were part of the OG cult.
My son, who's now 32, I remember taking him to see the Wiggles in Wollongong, and this is back in the olden days.
When they had their old teeth.
Yeah, that's right. They look like jack-o'-lanterns up there.
And the big red car was a cardboard cutout. Remember the early car was a cardboard cutout.
And they just had normal skivvies from Kmart, and they just had a trestle table, and that was pretty much it.
Good times.
What marathon was held yesterday in the CBD, Tony?
Sydney Marathon.
That was. Geez, you would have had to have the right bib on yesterday. There was a lot going on. What are you here for?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? There was the whole anti-migrant march, and then we had...
And then there was the pro-Palestine march.
But then we also had the Sydney Marathon that embraced people from all over the world.
Yeah.
That's what Sydney... That's what I love about
That's why the
Sydney.
Kenyan was running so fast.
Yeah, ran away from Bob Catter.
Congratulations, Tony. You've won the Jam Pack. A family passed to Sydney's big four-wheel drive adventure show. How good is this? Friday, September 12 to 14 at Sydney Dragway, Eastern Creek. A family passed to Echoes, a brand new immersive light and sound show in Sydney. And Jonesy and Amanda caricatures for you to come in and some standard pencils. I say, Tony, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
No, fabulous. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Good way to start your week.
It
Lots
is a
of
good
things
one.
on the show today. Cigarette prices. Lots of good things. Cigarette prices. jumping by up to 7%.
Our hands have come fully off the wheel with the whole thing with cigarettes.
Let's talk about that.
Government's has lost control of that one.
Put that to the pub test. Emma Gillespie's joining us for That's Entertainment. Lots of stuff on the way.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1988, John Farnham released his hit Age of Reason. You know, it's been a couple of years, tough years for John. He was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2022. He underwent that 12-hour surgery, removing the tumour from his mouth, leading to jaw reconstruction. Then they made him record an audio book, which I thought was
They didn't make him.
I reckon someone's gone, come on, John, get this out.
It's not like Mr. Ed.
Yeah, but still.
Forcing him to talk. I think he chose to.
According to son James, John is doing okay.
He's doing good. You know, it's like anyone. You know, you go through such a dramatic surgery, particularly on your face. It's going to affect you.
Yeah, don't go reading an audio book. I would say. Will he ever sing again? Well, I can't answer that, but we at least know that the annals are well documented.
I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do.
What?
You're going to do this. You're going to play Rundle Moore.
Well, okay, now that you mention it, yes. Rundle Moore, when he sung for his supper then, in the lean years, he put that place on the map. Look at Rundle.
Of all his rich legacy, every time John's name is mentioned.
Jam Nation.
You went up north to Brisbane to see the Clan.
Yeah.
How's your dad?
My family's not in the Clan, just so you know.
The Clan,
I can't afford the sheets.
Yeah, how's Arthur going?
He's great. So my dad is 91 and a half.
Wow.
And he's great. And I'm so grateful to my brother Cameron for all the work he does for Dad, because I can't do that from here.
But Art's going well, though, isn't he?
He is, and he sort of lives on his own. He looks after himself, but he's got age-related, dementia in that you chat to him, all is great, but then he won't remember appointments. He can't remember that kind of stuff. So I know Cameron bears the brunt of all that upkeep, and I'm very, very grateful.
And he always, when he talks to you, he gets your name confused.
Well, Dad's got a partner, Merle, who they don't live together, and now that neither of them can drive, they only meet up once a week at the shops, but they phone each other every day. It's lovely. It's lovely. But often Merle's the first person Dad talks to, so when he talks to me, he says, "Hi, Merle-mander." So my children call me Merlander. I got called Faye the other day, who's Merle's sister, and Cameron got called Merle. But
so moving down the order.
I know, moving down the order. But Dad's great. No one makes me laugh like my dad does. I had a great weekend. And always when I go up to see Dad, Cameron, Kerry and I will go out somewhere and just drink and let off steam. It's so great.
I imagine it's like merchant seaman on shore leave because you're in another state.
Look, and also
you get away with a lot.
If Kerry and I can be dancing, we will. And this time we went, Cameron lives in a suburb called Wynnum. It's a fab suburb. My grandparents used to live there. I've got such fabulous childhood memories around Wynnum, but it's been funkified since then. There's great cafes and bars and all kinds of great stuff. We have drinks at Cedar and Pine, and he knows the woman who runs that, and then we go next door and we see them, and it's great. And then we went to see, Cameron said, let's go and see this Bon Jovi tribute band. And you think, that sounds the most lame thing I've ever heard of. And it was the best night ever. This band, they're called Della Coma Rio, and I'm mentioning them because if you ever get a chance to see them, they are just brilliant. So, they sound like this. They sound brilliant. The whole place we were in.
It's just off your phone.
The whole place we were in was just going crazy.
Of course.
So that they also do an INXS show, a Cold Chisel tribute show. But there's the Bon Jovi one. Towards the end, just did a medley of every 80s rock song you know.
Oh, it's just great.
It was so great. And just to have live music. And the lead singer said at one point, he said, you may have heard that we were performing here and you've come to see us. You may have been walking past and heard the music, thought you'd come in. Whether you're having the best day or the worst day, if we're doing our job, everyone gets what they need today. And it was just, this is what live music does, and it makes you feel so good.
And rock music's coming back, baby. I can feel it. I can feel it.
It was an absolutely incredible night. So if you get a chance, they're called Della Coma Rio. We might put their information on our socials. I was just so impressed with them.
Manager now?
No, but I was so impressed with them. And it just reminds you, if you get a chance, you don't have to go and see the actual Bon Jovi. You can just go and see an amazing tribute band and have the best night ever.
This is great. And you don't have to face the judiciary today. You haven't done anything up north?
No. I had 18,000 gin and tonics, but nothing to see here.
It's 19 to 7. The pub test is coming up. Let's talk about cigarette price spike. So the government feels we're going to stop you from smoking by jacking up the prices of cigarettes because that's worked so well so far.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
We'll talk about that next in the pub test on gold.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
You know, I was just talking the other day, there's a year that you could set in amber, 1999. This time of year is always very special to me because it was when I came back to Sydney to work at the radio station and the weather was like this. We're heading up to the Olympics.
You know what's interesting though?
It was such a great time.
I remember being on air, and in the lead up to the Olympics, there are a lot of naysayers about all the building going on around Sydney.
Sure.
And it's only just before the Olympics started that we all started to go, actually, this is great.
And that's what I mean. So I came along in the August of 1999.
And you said, hey, peeps, let's turn this energy around.
Well, no, I got to Sydney, because I'd been away, chasing the dream, and my whole dream was to come back and do radio in Sydney. And to get back here, it was such a good time. And everything was great. Everything worked. And it was just
the
a great time.
Y2K bug was just a blip in our memory.
I filled my bath with gin.
Yeah, and drank it all, even though the Y2K bug
And that's
didn't
when
happen.
I met you, 1999. I remember I was in the foyer and you popped your little head out. Hello, you must be this Jonesy we've heard about.
How about I try this taser?
I'm Amanda Keller, and this is the last time you'll speak to me.
Read the small
That's
print,
what you
fool,
said.
I said.
It's 9 to 7. Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. So the cigarette price spike, does it pass the pub test? A schedule rise in the tobacco excise means cigarette prices in Australia, already the highest in the developed world, will jump by nearly 7%.
How much does it cost to buy a packet of cigarettes?
It's like $60.
Wow. Well, this is the thing. It's a price-led anti-smoking policy. That's what the government says, that by putting up, well, obviously they're getting more excise from it as well, more tax, but by putting up the price of cigarettes, and this may be the truth of it, you're going to stop kids taking up smoking. It is, as we know, it's highly, highly addictive. So a lot of people are already addicted and will just now pay more. But it may stop kids smoking. But what this has done, this policy of putting the prices up, it's triggered an explosion in black market tobacco sales and therefore a jump in violent crime. The ATO, the tax department, is estimating 1/5 of tobacco sales are now illegal. It's a prohibition-style approach to tobacco control that's doomed to fail.
Yeah. And now you can buy Double Happiness, the Double Happies.
They condoms?
No, they're Chinese cigarettes.
Oh.
So I was at the shop the other day. My wife smokes. And I said, mate, give us a pack of whatever smoke she smokes. Dunhill, Benson Heads, I don't care, whatever. And he goes, do you want Double Happies? I said, what are they? And he goes, they're $13 a pack. I went, there you go, I'll take those. $13.
Are they the same kind of cigarette?
Oh, they're dreadful, according to Helen. She said it's like smoking chaff.
Right.
But nonetheless, it's cheap. The government have washed their hands.
So that's what the kids will be smoking then?
Yeah.
Or vaping?
The government, as sure as my wife is addicted to smoking, the government is addicted to the revenue that they make from this, and they're not winning on this. We've got illegal tobacco shops. Have you noticed how many tobacco shops are around the joint now? And they're all firebombing each other. It's all just organised crime. And if anything, if you look back to the old days of Prohibition, it never works.
No, it doesn't
I
work.
don't have any answers, though. I don't know what
maybe, well, that's why we're putting this to the pub test, because maybe you think that keeping them expensive like this will stop kids smoking.
But how's that? It's just
unless they're going for the Double Happiness.
Go for the Double Happies. Or a bag of Chop Chop.
What's that?
That's the... Come on, have you not...
Have I not been in prison? No, I haven't.
We've been Pollyanna. It's Chop Chop. It's the loose tobacco.
Okay, well, cigarette price spiking. The Pigaress.
That's a brand as well. Give me a bag of Pigaress.
The cigarette price hike. Does this pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
I'm going to start with a rude joke that I heard many, many years ago.
Okay. I like rude jokes.
What does a Polish woman get on her wedding night that's long and hard? A new surname.
Yeah.
And this is no...
I was hoping it'd be a new joke.
No, I told you it's an old joke. But this is a lot of Polish...
Left wanting.
There's Polish names in this story, so let's all hold hands and go along for the ride. You may have seen this over the weekend. It's quite extraordinary. Polish tennis player, Kamil, here's the first one, Mike Shack, upset number 9, Karen Krasnov, at the US Open. So big, exciting game, great for this Polish player, huge number of fans all trying to come and shake his hand at the end. And when he's won, he's very kindly goes to chat to his fans. He took his hat off and handed it to a young fan standing right in front of him.
Because the kid had a ball and he wanted him to sign the ball, and then he said, no, take my hat.
Take my hat. I've been wearing this. You have it. Very clearly giving it to the child. Well, everyone saw this. There are cameras everywhere, so we've all seen what happened. A man reached in, who was standing next to the kid, took the hat out of the kid's hand in front of the tennis player and just took it and put it in his wife's bag. Well, this is what's great about the internet. A lot of things aren't, but this is what's great. The whole internet has turned on this man. They found him. They found his business. He is the CEO of a paving company. He's a Polish millionaire. His name is Peter Sherek.
Yep.
Try saying that.
Maybe some sign writing on the side of that truck.
Well, and he has a paving company called Drogbrook. So since going viral, he's deactivated his social media accounts. It might surprise you to hear that. But everyone's gone into the ratings and the comments and is just slamming his company. So he is trying to do a make good and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
Funny
right.
about that. The tennis player himself, Camille, has met up with this young man and this kid and has given him a whole bag of goodies. And so he's having his moment in the sun, which is lovely. But, not since Kiss Cam have we seen such a stupid CEO moment on a camera. Come on.
What's with
on.
CEOs?
Stay at home.
Except for our CEO, come into work.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming up next, the pub test. The government are raising prices of cigarettes. Is it going to work? Does it pass the pub test?
Will it stop kids smoking?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Cigarette price spike. Does it pass the pub test? A scheduled rise in the tobacco excise means cigarette prices in Australia, already the highest in the developed world, will jump by nearly 7% today. So that means that you're paying $1.50 extra on what your ciggies are costing you now.
Wow.
So it's $28. The excise is $28. Now it's going to be $29.
And how much does that make a packet of cigarettes?
It's like $60.
Wow. Well, this is the government says that it's not about the excise. The government says that it's an anti-smoking policy. And maybe that is true. Does it stop kids taking up smoking? But what it has triggered is an explosion in the black market tobacco industry. And
not to mention the vape market.
Yeah, and therefore associated jump in violent crime. So that's where we are. So cigarette price hiking, does it pass the pub test?
No, it doesn't pass the pub test. Personally, I don't smoke, but it's people's personal choice. I think that the government just thinks the solution to every problem is more taxes. It's not.
I don't think it's going to work because I've got 2 kids myself, and you tell them not to do something and they'll always find a way to do it. So putting the prices up is never going to work. I smoked for a long time. I only stopped about a year ago now because I had to do a surgery. You just find these illegal cigarettes everywhere. They're just too cheap not to smoke. Just their price tag will entice kids to smoke. It's not going to achieve anything.
So I'm not a smoker. However, I believe putting the taxes up for smokes, well, that's great. If you want to blow it up and you've got the money to do it. But it's not going to stop the children because it's actually going to encourage the children to vape more or take the happy smoke. I believe it's a good thing for one, but a bad thing for the kids.
There you go, bag of chop and some double happies for Manda.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sure you do.
Jam Nation.
Constantly I look at the telemetry on your phone and I would say, go to bed, get off your phone.
I do like to scroll at night. The image I have of is sort of I'm not with Goldilocks, Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother. I'm in bed in my nightie, with my big long nose, glasses on.
And there's the wolf trying to get in.
I thought I was the wolf. I can't tell.
Did the wolf eat the granny?
Yes.
Lucky granny.
Thought she was a fox. Anyway.
Away from that.
So I'd find quirky bits and pieces and I often share them with you and you just ignore them. I send them to you.
Well, you and the girls are the typing pool here. I just constantly, I don't have notifications on my phone.
Well, you say
there's the amount of stuff that you send me.
It's called content. This is the stuff we speak for 3 hours on the radio. This is where the information comes from.
Okay.
And it's important things. But let's start with this.
Information away, my friend.
Okay, here's 3 stories that caught my eye.
Good.
Have a listen. What do you think's going on here?
Yo lo bendigo en el nombre del Padre, y del Hijo, y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Sounds like some sort of religious ceremony.
It's a baptism,
but
it's a Labubu baptism.
Right.
Because Labubus, people are starting to baptise their Labubu dolls because it was reported that one of the dolls, or maybe all of them, I'm not sure, was modelled after the demon Pazuzu. So they're having them baptised to get rid of the demon.
So for your labubu to get rid of
the Pazuzu, you have to do a bit of woo-woo.
Right, okay.
Good. But look, the labubu sales are quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
$2.9 billion Australian dollars in the first half of 2025.
I was at Channel 9 on Friday and there was a grown woman walking around with one attached to her bag.
Yeah, well, that's what they're handbag accessories. They're not necessarily for kids.
And then
have you seen Jenna, Digital Jenna, who works with us? She's a labubu collector.
I made a joke and they looked at me as if I was mentally bereft.
Mentally bereft. That's one of the names of the labubus.
Go on.
All right. Another thing, I told you earlier that I went to see a Bon Jovi tribute band and how amazing they were. I was on my evening scroll. I came across this. This is a farmer playing one of Bon Jovi's songs on his pig.
We're halfway there, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
How's it working?
Living on a prayer, living on a prayer.
He's pressing down on a big fat pig. He's not playing it like a bagpipe. Now, my final story that I'd like to share with you is the story of Ned. Ned is a snail, and he's a very rare snail. He has a lefty shell, not politically lefty.
Yep.
The swirl of his shell goes in the opposite direction to every other snail. It's 1 in 40,000. And because of this, because of his rare shell, his genital, even though snails are hermaphrodites, the spiraling of his shell for lefty snails mean that their bedroom bits are reversed. So he can only match up with a partner who will match with him.
Okay, yeah.
So he's got a 1 in 40,000 chance. So this snail is in New Zealand. All of New Zealand is combing their backyards and their gardens for potential lefty snail shell lovers for Ned.
Hermaphrodite one.
Yeah. So, look, he's a good catch. He's got his own home.
Yes.
He won't run out on you. But past girlfriends have said he's a little slimy. Booyah!
Okay. I don't think you need to say booyah. Go to bed.
Jam Nation.
It's the first day of spring, the 1st of September, the 28th anniversary of the passing of Princess Diana.
Well, yesterday was the actual date, but yes,
This is when we were finding out.
Today. That's right.
And you've worn Princess Diana pants today.
I didn't even know today was the anniversary. These are pants that, as you would say, I have on low rotation. I don't wear them a lot. And yet something made me get these pants out today. They're denim with her face on them. I've had them since before she passed away.
But happy to see them. It's like when we played Jimmy Barnes, I'd Die to Be With You Tonight. We don't play it often, but when it comes up, I go, whoa, it's like those pants.
I hope people don't think I'm being disrespectful.
Not
I'm
at
pretty
all.
much sitting on a face.
How's that disrespectful?
I hope people don't think so. Now, you know something we haven't spoken a lot about recently are the wedding plans. Your daughter Romany and Michael are getting married.
Actually, I want to run something
year.
past you. My daughter suggested something, and it made me swear out loud.
Wow.
And I don't swear, as you know.
What is it?
I'll get your counsel on it, counsel.
Okay.
Next.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
So the story so far, the wedding story, Michael, love him. Romany, you know I adore her. They're getting married early next year.
Yep.
How are the preparations
it's going all right.
Listen to your voice. Every time I ask you about it, your hands rub your face and you don't want to talk about it.
I'm just an ATM for this thing.
But have you worked out what you're going to wear?
No.
Written a speech?
No.
Some people plan this stuff very early.
Well, that will be the day before. We're on the brink of World War III, so, there's a good chance that it could happen and it'll be called off.
Is that going to be your speech?
I was hoping for World War III. No, I'm looking forward to it.
If you make that speech, you'll get World War III.
I make her the joke.
I make her
the joke. But my daughter put out the save the date invites for the wedding yesterday.
Yesterday?
Oh, okay. When I say that, she brought out the hard copies for the oldies that can't deal with electronic.
I'm very flattered that I got an early one on my phone.
So she went and did that. And then she dropped this. She said, I've been thinking when I walk down the aisle, I'll have you and Mum walk me down the aisle.
That's very modern.
And
a lot of people are doing that. I see it on Instagram.
No effing way is that happening. It's the man's right to walk his daughter down the aisle. I said, if I die before the wedding, which could be good because I don't have to pay for it. If I die before the wedding, then you get whoever you want to walk you down the aisle.
Mum's new boyfriend, he's ready to go. He's got a suit. I've seen it. It's lovely.
I'm not going to be a part of that thing where they get someone from the crowd to walk down the... or I'm going to do a stupid TikTok dance. Or I'm going to put some vulnerable thing of me go on the blub on Instagram because I'm not that person, okay? So
what a pity.
I thought it'd be one of those moments.
Welcome to working on radio where we want that from you.
Where they pull the stepfather out of the crowd.
It's all a lot of Instagram stuff. Is that the bride will be walking down the aisle with her dad, then to get the stepfather's hand, and they all sob as they all make their way to the front. Are you not going to do a crazy TikTok dance?
Well, hang on, there's no stepfather involved in this.
It'd be funny. Jack Reacher appears on the other side of Romany.
Who's this guy?
Ask your wife.
Who's this guy?
But you're not going to do something quirky TikTok-ish? Go on. Cartwheel. You do the Charleston. And Helen Ritchie will pop up and say, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. So, Helen, do you think Romany was saying this as a razz because she knew it would inflame you?
Yes, my daughter is a troublemaker and she just likes to light the little fuse and then walk away.
And it's worked, obviously.
Yeah, so, when I'm dressed up as Colonel Tom Parker when I walk down the aisle.
Making an emotional speech. Has she got a dress worked out?
Wedding dress?
No, just a dress. Yes, a wedding dress.
There was, that's all okay. That deal is done. And then I'm paying for the wedding dress. Does that happen?
I think so.
Because all of a sudden, and then...
suddenly she's a child.
Just, hang on, what? Why am I... I'm paying for the wedding and the wedding dress. Is that a thing?
I think so. I think as brides get older, it's hard to tell who does what anymore.
Well, because she had that little face. She went, I'll pay for it. I've saved some money, Dad. And I said, look, sweet pea, I'll pay for the dress. Oh, okay.
If it can be under $100 from Temu, I'll get some merch from Harley Davidson.
Oh, Harley Davidson.
Merch.
TK Maxx have got some good stuff. You've seen their ads. It's 17 to 8. Have you been following the case of the croc wrangler? He's not the croc hunter. He's the croc wrangler, Matt Wright. He was been found guilty. Emma Gillespie, our That's Entertainment reporter, has all the details.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
From the Daily Oz, Em Gillespie is here with That's Entertainment. Matt Wright, the croc hunter.
The croc wrangler, outback wrangler Matt Wright. He was an Australian wildlife expert, also a tourism mogul of the top end, and he has been sentenced, or no, not yet sentenced, but he's been found guilty on 2 counts of perverting the course of justice. We've had a 3.5-week trial, all to do with this evidence tampering relating to a 2022 helicopter crash. So you might be familiar with this story. Chris Wilson, his nickname was Willow, and a pilot, Sebastian Robinson, were travelling on a helicopter on a crocodile egg collecting mission in Arnhem Land in Feb 2022.
This is where someone hangs from the bottom of the helicopter and scoops the eggs out.
Yes, so he was suspended about 30 metres below the aircraft. The chopper went down. He died. The pilot was seriously injured. He's now paraplegic. He suffered a brain injury as well. And Matt Wright, who owned the helicopter, he owned a tourism company and the helicopter was part of that. He was charged not for causing the crash, but over his attempts to pervert the course of justice. So all of these proceedings have to do with how Matt Wright behaved in the aftermath of the crash, in the days and weeks after. So no one is suggesting that he caused the helicopter crash, but the picture that has been painted over the course of these proceedings is that he was running a bit of a shonky show. And that
in terms of maintenance?
In terms of maintenance, record keeping, just fraudulent activity, allegedly, and that he sort of sought to cover all of that up because he knew that there would be a spotlight on his company and on its practices following the crash.
There's frontier territory up there as well, and those guys with the helicopters, they're kind of cavalier about stuff. I've seen those guys, how they operate, and they're pretty...
Cowboy.
Well, they're pretty loose. Yeah, they're pretty
especially
loose.
if you're a croc hunter and a croc egg
And that's
collector.
what their TV show was about, the bravery and the risk-taking.
I'd probably be the same. If I had a helicopter, I'd probably be the same.
Yeah, if you're dangling from a helicopter, why not just go all the way?
But having said that, there are strict rules around how often your helicopter is maintained
it's risky.
and filling out
It
paperwork.
When you look at what they're doing, and I thought it was a for conserving crocodile eggs and stuff, but it's actually a business. But they land the helicopter into the nest, and the dude scoops the eggs out.
But that's not what this case is
I know,
about.
but how dangerous is that to begin with?
Yeah, the case is about this kind of long-standing pattern of under-recording flight hours, instruments on the helicopters being disabled, there not being enough fuel or not being fuel logs to appropriately track the fuel that was in the helicopter at the time. And at the crash scene, there were these witnesses. One was an off-duty police officer. He appeared on the witness stand. Others testified about removing logbooks from the pilot's home, from telling his staff to torch files. But there were 3 charges, all kind of in the realm of evidence tampering, and he's only been found guilty on 2 counts. So that relates to lying about the fuel in the helicopter and manipulating flight records. But this other charge, which was about his alleged attempts to destroy other maintenance records, that count remains unresolved, and it's not clear if we're ever going to get an answer on that one. It took the jury 6 hours to find Matt Wright guilty on those other 2 counts, but they were deadlocked on the torching the records, so we just don't know what's going to happen there. But over the course of the trial, we heard witnesses talk about Matt Wright pressuring them, manipulating them. He visited the pilot in hospital when he was seriously injured, recovering from this horrific crash, and allegedly tried to intimidate him into deleting messages, came back, revisited him and said, are you going to delete those messages? Have you thought about what I said? We're all going to get in trouble if you don't play ball on this. But then on the other side, the defense tried to paint a picture of a really kind of rowdy cowboy pilot who had a drug problem and who would often fly under the influence of drugs. So it was a real kind of spectacle.
And their friendships have all split, haven't they? Because they were all friends and now it's all over.
And the widow of the guy on the plane the helicopter who passed away, she has welcomed the verdict. She gave a really moving statement outside court last week. She said, they're heading into their 4th Father's Day without their son's dad. She's got 2 little boys, but she's also separately suing Matt Wright in civil proceedings and the Aviation Authority to try to get, maybe some compensation for the life that they're now living without their dad.
There's no winners here.
Will he go to prison?
So he's facing 7 years for the evidence tampering stuff. The sentencing is kind of on the rocks because he's vowed to appeal.
Yep.
So if Matt Wright does appeal, then this could be, months or years more of unanswered questions. If he went straight to sentencing, looking at about 7 years. But that 3rd charge being so up in the air really casts a lot of doubt over what happens next.
Man. Gee, just check your records. Just think about that.
Yeah, if he just kept his books straight, and hadn't tampered with anything after this horrific crash, it would have been a tragedy, but, that's probably where it would have stayed.
Em, thank you.
Thank you.
That's entertainment. Em Gillespie at the Daily Oz.
Jam Nation.
Spring has sprung. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right. Happy days, $1,000.
You can make it an even happier day by turning $1,000 into $2,000.
It's happened before. Vinny, he won $2,000.
But it is a bonus question, double or nothing.
And the aforementioned Corey. He put it all on the line.
Took the risk, didn't happen.
But when he walks the streets of Canterbury, people go, good on you, Corey. Good on you. Yeah. Kimberly's in Sutherland.
Hello, Kimberly.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Let's see what we can do. We've got 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass. We might have time to come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, Kimberly, here we go. Question number 1. Finish this. Miss Polly had a dolly that was...
Pass.
Question 2. The Collingwood Magpies are a team in which sporting code?
AFL.
Question 3. Fanta, Sprite and lemonade are types of what?
Soft drink.
Question 4. What's the national animal of America?
Pass.
Question 5. What does UFO stand for?
Unidentified flying object.
Question 6. In which country did Toyota originate?
Australia.
Oh, Toyota's Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they did make them. They made them here for a long time.
But they originated in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's terrible.
Would you know
Sorry.
Miss Polly had a dolly that was...
I think it was 6.
Sick.
Sick. You
Fully sick dolly.
To come quick.
Fully sick.
What's the national animal of America? It's the bald eagle. These days it's had a bit of Rogaine.
So you got to laugh, Kimberly.
Thank you for playing.
Thanks. Bye.
Kimberly falls off a cliff.
Look, we saw some footage the other day that's so funny from an old football game. It's about a man of the match. We'll play it for you next.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I saw something funny the other day. This is from the commentary from an AFL game in 1988. How many years ago was 1988? I'm asking the wrong person. Brian, do you know?
Don't ask me.
Look, we've always tried to hire someone in this
No, I
room
can
who's
do
good
this.
at maths. You've let us all down.
It's 30, 35, 40, 35.
1988? How can it if we're...
Okay, 1990 is 35
We're going to do
years
this.
ago. 36, 37 years.
37 years ago.
Rightio.
So the best player on the ground...
Relax, everyone at the Maths Institute.
Hey, Mensa, answer the phone. We've got someone new for you. Have a listen to the man of the match, or actually it's the best player on the ground.
Yeah,
They got
best on ground.
Got an incredible prize.
Just a reminder that later on in the night we'll be judging the best player on the ground, and this is what he'll win.
The player of the match receives this magnificent compact-sized variable power oven by courtesy of Panasonic.
Yep, a microwave.
Right.
A microwave.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. I'm still doing the maths on this. I don't know if I trust you.
What do you mean?
Let me just clear this. And
Oh,
I
come
can't even
on.
work out how to clear
Trust
it on my...
me.
I don't know. Here we go. Let's clear that. What are we doing? It's 88. What are we up to now?
2000.
So 88 minus, is this how we do it?
No, don't do this.
What are we at? 25.
That's, I told you.
63 years. No.
You're a disgrace. Just listen to what I say, okay?
But how can it have a 7 on the end if it was 88? Is that right?
What?
37.
No, I said 37.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's all
relax, people.
Jonesy was right, we move on.
Okay, Jonesy was right with maths. I might have to actually bite down on a cyanide capsule.
The simple, but the people these days get great
They
prizes.
do. I remember.
Back in my day, we got
shit prizes. Let's say it. When I was younger, there was a charades TV show, and my friends and I auditioned for the show.
For
we
charades.
passed the audition. We were about to go on, then it got axed. Well, I should have known that was the mark of working in the industry.
Right.
But we wanted to go on because the prize was a board game. You went on a TV show and you won a prize, and the prize was a board game.
And how good does a board game look?
That was the most exciting thing I could think of. What about this guy? I saw this. This is a man, his name is Kevin Parsons. He's been working at the Alliance Supermarket in Guernsey. He's worked there for 40 years in the freezer section. To mark his 40 years, he was given 40 sausage rolls and a certificate. A sausage roll for every year of service in the job.
Well, that's not too bad. 40, that's a lot of sausage rolls.
Wouldn't you think you'd get a watch working in the freezer section for 40 years? You get something more than a sausage roll for every year?
I'd rather that than what I got. One day, many years ago, I was a little kid, and do you remember they have the chocolate wheel at the school fete? So I had $2. Dad gave me $2. He said, spend it on whatever. I could have gone on the jumping castle, could have done stuff. And the fairground guy goes, come on, mate, have a go on the chocolate wheel. Everyone's a winner, yeah. And I fell for that. So I paid the $2. And on the prize board, the way they set it, it was great. They had like a model aircraft that, you could assemble, and they had like a Hot Wheels track, the plastic track.
Yeah.
So there was all this cool stuff. Everyone's a winner, goes round, stops on this alarm clock, a radio. And I thought, it's a clock radio. I've won that. It didn't even have a radio in it. And
so just a clock.
It was a clock, but it wasn't even a digital clock. It had not the flip, the flip forward ones. It had the numbers, and they'd rotate very slowly, but they make this noise like brrr. So you'd never slept as a kid. It was like I was at Guantanamo Bay. Every time it changed to the hour, it'd go brrr. And then to make add insult to injury, when you touched it, I got a slight zap out of it.
Wow.
That's a shit prize.
Managed to sit on it night after night.
Where are you going with
the
this?
The tribal drum is beating for this. What a shit prize.
Sorry about the language.
The player of the match receives this magnificent compact-sized variable power oven by courtesy of Panasonic.
But there's no other way to define it.
No, that's what it has to be. If you're a man of the match, this is a very good prize. $500 to spend at the Cheesecake Shop.
Now that is a great
Imagine
prize.
spoiling Dad on Father's Day with this great celebration cake. Whatever you'd like, do it.
Actually, I could go full Glen Ridge on that. Nice prize.
Nice prize.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum has been beaten.
The player of the match receives this magnificent compact-sized variable power oven by courtesy of Panasonic.
In 1988, that's what the best player on ground at an AFL match got. The tribal drum is beating for, well, let's just say it, my shit prize. It can happen. This guy worked in the freezer section of the supermarket for 40 years, got 40 sausage rolls, got a sausage roll for every year he'd worked there.
I think that's a good prize. I got a clock radio that didn't have a radio, just a clock, and it would give me a shock on the hour.
Got you into radio.
That's what got me into the radio. You were on a TV show.
No, I auditioned to be on a TV show when I was a teenager, a charades show.
What was it called?
I can't remember. It was hugely popular. It was on in the afternoons. And the reason we wanted to get on it was because you won a board game.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that today. Today when everyone's giving out a Robovac and a flight to the Whit Sundays, every show gives that away. I just wanted a board game.
Like our Man of the Match prize today is great. It's $500 to spend at the Cheesecake Shop.
As a teenager, I've hoovered that up.
Oh, come on, you people. Emma's with us.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, how are you?
What was the shit prize, Emma?
Well, it was my sister. She's been working for a Catholic college in Queensland for 20 years, and we got so excited. We're like, oh, well done. You've done a fantastic job. They gave her a $20 Visa voucher.
What can you even buy for $20?
What's the point?
We can all do the math for that one.
Yes. She was worth $1 a year.
So the family gave her flowers, and her husband took her out for dinner and all of this sort of stuff. It was fantastic. We were so excited. She rang me that afternoon and said, oh, my goodness, I am so excited. Guess what they've given me?
Wow.
Amazing. Looking after children. I know. Anyway, Catholic college obviously doesn't have a lot of money.
No, they're struggling. Have you seen all the real estate they own?
No.
Doing it real tough.
I'm certainly not giving it to Emma.
Sue has joined us.
Hello, Sue.
Oh, hi, Amanda. Hi, Jonesy. I love your show.
We love you, Sue.
I'm going to tell you, when I played netball, I was about 18 and we won the grand final, and they gave me an ashtray.
Well, you're probably sponsored by a smoke company back then.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I've still got it. It's a tiny little, beautiful little thing. I don't know. Do I have to take up smoking at 18? I couldn't decide.
Wow. That's a sign of the times, isn't it? We all made them at school for our parents. Every Father's Day or Mother's Day, you just make an ashtray out of pottery. Look like a dog poo. Every year was the same thing.
Paige has joined us.
Hello, Paige. What was the prize?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. Well, it was for a teppanyaki bar, restaurant voucher, and I won it from this radio show that I won't mention. But
go on, mention it. Come on, mention it.
No, I can't. But I had anyone who got on air that day, because it was Melbourne Cup Day, went into the Melbourne Cup sweep, and my horse won, American, which was 2010. And I still haven't received the prize 15 years later.
You know what the shock is? That's our show.
That's us.
Our producers are saying it's us.
Listen to me.
That's why I said I can't mention it. And my husband has never let me forget it. Every time I've ever won a prize from you guys, and I won a great prize a couple of weeks ago, Ginny Barnes tickets. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. But my husband has never let me live it down. Any time I've won a prize, he goes, "You're not going to get it because we're still waiting from 2010." But
2010. Let me do the math.
15 years.
15 years. But I've been listening to you from the start, and I'm still loyal.
Is that place still going, the teppanyaki place?
I reckon.
have no idea. I
think we sue your postman.
I'm actually, the funny thing is my husband is a postman.
Well, maybe don't sue him then.
Maybe he's taking it. If you check for soy sauce stains on it.
I think it's more likely you never received it. I think that's more likely.
We'll make good. We've got plenty of places they can go and eat now. I'm looking at the girls at the typing pool.
We'll find something for you, Paige. Thank you.
Well, you know that place that we go to?
Sure. Yeah. Mimi's in Coogee.
Yeah, that's nice.
$100 million each. Let's do it.
Good on you, Paige. I will take some more. 135522. Oh, that is lest they revolve around us. I think that's about
a revolving restaurant.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Gold 101.7. Hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. It must have been an administration problem. That's why Paige didn't get the teppanyaki restaurant voucher that we promised
15 years ago.
And someone wise in radio once said to me, a promise made is a promise delivered.
Or broken, could go either way. Well, but Paige, we're giving you a voucher to the Sailmaker restaurant at Hyatt Regency in Sydney.
That's even better than teppanyaki.
You will receive it.
You'll get that.
And they won't throw food in your face.
In the meantime, the Tribal Drum has been beating for this.
The player of the match receives this magnificent compact-sized variable power oven by courtesy of Panasonic.
If I was a young AFL player risking my life, that's what I would want.
When you get named man of the match. Well, the Tribal Drum is beating for what a shit prize.
Robin has joined us.
Hi, Robin. What was the prize?
So I entered a photography competition and I won second prize.
Mm-hmm.
First prize was a trip anywhere in the world.
Oh!
second prize was a book on albatrosses, and that's what I won.
Well, hang on.
What?
What? There is a chasm of difference.
I wonder if there was such a thing as a first prize. That probably just went. Do you think it was a fakie? Because that's extraordinary.
It was well. I was there. It was done like live. They picked the winner and they won that, and then I got my book on albatrosses.
Wow!
Did you? Because you would be thinking, well,
if that's first prize,
the second prize is going to be. It's going to be something.
I'm going
at
to
least.
the Whit Sundays or something.
Something. It might be a domestic trip, or at the very least a dinner out.
Yep, but a book on albatrosses, which I still have.
There you go, see? And the other person just went around the world.
It's become a one around your neck when you look at it.
Nice.
Mark has joined us.
Hello, Mark.
Yep. Hi, guys.
Hello. What was
Mark,
the prize, Mark?
Oh, I used to be a very good junior tennis player. And Amanda, to you, that was about 42 years ago. So let's just figure that out.
Thanks for the maths.
She doesn't believe you, Mark. Your maths is wrong.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Anyway, I played this one tournament in Sydney. It was a very big junior tournament, and I won it.
Good.
And played a lot of the top juniors, very excited, went to walk up to get my prize. No trophy. They handed me an envelope, and it's got a St. George branding on the outside. I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is. So I open it up, $10 voucher to open up a St. George bank account. So I opened it up. I looked at that, totally pissed off the whole thing. I walked down to the first St. George bank I could get, opened up the account. And the woman's like, oh, wow, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Okay, your account's open. I said, oh, great. I'd like to close it now. Thanks.
Get my $10.
Sorry, the administrative fees. Here's $1.50.
There you go. You owe us money.
Oh, wow.
Good on you, Mark. That's good.
Thank
Sticking
you.
it to the banks. Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Thanks to Marcel Stocks and Gravies, we have $20,000 to give away for our favourite ghoulie of the year.
Indeed. What do we have today?
Hey, Jonesy and Amanda. So I'm in the car, I'm listening to the radio loud because you guys are awesome and I love the music, and an ad comes on, and the ads tend to be even louder, and the ad is for vitamins. All of a sudden, someone's shouting vaginal health 6 times in a row, so loudly. Next thing, I'm shrinking down in my car seat as the guy next to me is staring, probably wondering what the F I'm listening to, and maybe what's going on down there. Great. That's what gets my ghoulie.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I know the ad.
Do they say it a lot?
I don't know. Brian, can you get the ad up just to see?
Did you know vaginal?
I can't hear what she means.
Or is that the first half hour of Kiss Breakfast Show? I can't tell. It's working for them, though.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies? Every rainy day in my office, we need to bring out the buckets as the leak roofs. So we have 5 buckets around the floor and on desks, catching all the raindrops. Bring on no rain.
I think she said as the leak roofs.
As the leak roofs?
I think she means as the roof leaks. Unless she's talking about...
Did you know vaginal? Bring out
the buckets.
Got to pay the piper, man. Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app.
We're all going to hell.
Just download it. It's simple. Go, download the iHeartRadio app, get the little microphone thing, record it, boom, you could win $20,000 cash.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins $500 to spend at the Cheesecake Shop. Spoil Dad with his favourite cake or surprise him with the limited edition Dad's Celebration Cake. 1 cake featuring 4 epic flavours.
That is a nice prize.
Tribal John was bidding for what a shit prize.
Right.
A man was given 40 sausage rolls for working 40 years in his job. And, we were talking about how bad those things can be.
Well, they're bad. They're bad, all right. What about Sue from Asquith? She won a very special gift for her efforts on the netball court.
I'm going to tell you, when I played netball, I was about 18 and we won the grand final and they gave me an ashtray.
She was 18. She should have got 18 of them.
Nothing says good health like a pack of double happies.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
We will be back again tomorrow for Tuesday's show. Any inside information of what we've got on the show?
No, Brendan. That's what will unfurl today as to what we will speak about tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'm just excited.
Actually, look at that. We've got Mel C. We've got Sporty Spice on tomorrow.
See, I told you.
Wow. Love that.
We love
Did you know vaginal?
That's her new song.
Higo has arrived. Coming up, it's $10,000, 24 hours. It's Golds blow 10K in a day. That's after 9 o'clock this morning. And you know what? We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation. I'm looking forward to seeing your little smiley face.
What about the cranky one I've got on?
And that one is good. That old thing that you wore today, always nice.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow brings your attention.